and just came to a point where she didn't want to be married to me anymore. It was a very amicable divorce. One of the fellows I work with, he was an engineer in the fire department, and he had been through a couple of divorces, and he says, look, he says, you're going to go through this. He says, you can fight and carry on and be mad at each other, but he says the best way to do it, he says, just analyze or inventory everything you have, split it down the middle, give her a little extra because she'll need it, and just get on with your life. And that's what we did. We got one attorney. He was a member of the church, and we just analyzed everything, and to her, I ended up buying the house that we're in, and away she went. Vicki, I started, when I was single, I started going to square dance classes. And most of the people that were in it was called the bachelors and bachelorettes. So that tells you that most of the people are single that are in it. But we started square dancing, went through square dancing classes together, and just started dating, and we just really just meshed. And we moved in together. She had gone through a divorce too. But anyway, I started coming up here buying property. So I was going back and forth to Salt Lake because I got injured on the fire department. I tore my shoulder up, and they rebuilt it. And they basically told me, we don't want you here anymore. And I think I was 65 or 66. So it was time. And then I retired from the fire department. And I had owned rentals, when we first got married, we had one or two rentals at a time, but well, at one time I owned 6 rentals in California, and then I sold those, and then the money I came up here to visit David when he was going to the Y, and asked him, started looking around at real estate and found out they're good buys up here, so ended up starting. I took money out of the house I owned in Thousand Oaks and started buying rentals up here in the Salt Lake Valley. And at one time I had 16 rentals, 32 doors. But I had a manager up here that took care of them, so I was a distant landlord. Well, when we decided to get married, we had been up to Cambria several times before, and it's a really nice vacation area in California, on the California coast. Well, we set everything up, and it was an open air, and I had hired a minister up there to tie the knot. And when we were saying our vows, the ocean was right behind it, and on a wave there was 3 dolphins breaching, and we thought that was really special. And Vicki feels that it's the spirit of her daughter who's passed away. And a very good friend of ours through the Eastern Star was John Lindner, and he's passed away, and her mother, who had all passed away, and we feel that their spirits were in the dolphins coming in to witness our wedding. And then we talked to some local people there, and they said, we don't normally see porpoises in here that time of year, which was something else that kind of confirmed us that maybe it's true. Because there's a lot of spiritual things that go on, and we still don't understand them.